Okay, so have you ever felt like you were at a crossroads, right? Confused as to which direction that you want to go? Maybe you're there right now, right? Contemplating, say, the direction of your life or where you want to live or who you want to spend time with. Unsure exactly about any of your options. The future can sometimes feel very unclear. I get it, right? 2020 was a complete bust between pandemics, fires, political division. I think it left us all feeling overwhelmed and probably a little anxious about the future. So we're in a really unique time and place in our country and the world right now that's causing, I think, all of us to look inward and explore exactly who we are and what we believe in. And there are so many different viewpoints out there, right? So much information and sources that we could look at and try to sift through. It's almost impossible. But how do you begin to formulate your own beliefs and articulate what you personally stand for if somebody asks you? Today, I want to walk you through a very simple process to kind of help you start to formulate a clearer picture of what's important to you, right? What's important to you by exploring your core values and a personal purpose statement. This can give you, the tools that you need to create some steadiness in the sometimes challenging and chaotic times. Our values and purpose, they act as an anchor in our lives. And all of us, are a product of our past experiences, right? This includes how we were raised, the things we were told over and over again growing up. It's the friends and the family that we spent time with. And for me, I'll be honest with you, I lived a pretty sheltered life and protected life. I grew up in this small Midwestern town. I had lots of good friends and I had a very supportive family. We went to church together, and I can even, I can hear my parents saying to me, as long as you try your best, it's good enough. And my dad would often say, it takes all kinds of people to make the world go around. So learn to appreciate differences. I was reminded constantly, make the people that you love a priority. And I think these things kind of help, formulate my foundation, my core values, and how I operate today. It also kind of led me to believe that bad things happen to other people, to other families, not me, not my family. But everyone, including you, will at some point in time have some experiences in your life, and maybe you already have, that will truly shake your foundation and really make you question everything that you believe in and seriously wonder, how do you move forward? What are your next steps? And for me, this started pretty early on in my college years, right? You start to get exposed to different ideas and philosophies. I remember taking my first theology class and wow, it just kind of blew my mind. I began to discover that the things that I believed in, that I thought were facts, were actually just opinions, my opinions. But that also meant that I could change my opinion. And so I began to challenge everything, challenge things like my belief in God, right? Or at one point in time, I was determined that the world was too overpopulated and polluted, that it would be irresponsible to bring children into the world. Fast forward many years, I have 2 kids. So I also started to see, as I got to know my circle of people that I hung out with, I also started to see that the experiences that I had had in my life were not the same experiences that other people had had. Some people had better lives and childhoods than I did, or better experiences. But other people had more challenging childhoods, right? So we all had these different experiences that lead us to be kind of the person that we are today. And like so many other people, I started to have personal challenges and tragedies kind of sneak their way into my own life. What? Bad things weren't supposed to happen to me. I was convinced, right? That was not the story that I'd been telling myself all these years. But my sister, who's only 2 years older than I am, at 25, had a heart attack. My niece and nephew died in a very tragic fire a few years after that. At one point, I was later diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. And I don't think my story is unlike many others, right? We all have these things, these moments in our lives that forever change and influence who we are and what we believe. Key moments that punctuate the weeks and the years and the decades and fundamentally change what we believe in. But sometimes these moments are celebratory moments. like running my first half marathon, or finishing my master's degree, or landing my dream job. Those were all great things. Others were just really, really hard, like divorce or the loss of a loved one. But through all the ups and downs, the peaks and the valleys of life, we're faced with decisions that we have to make, and opportunities to stand up for what we believe in. In times where we're really forced to persist despite what life throws at us. And even during those times when we aren't quite sure how we're going to get through, I think understanding our core values and thinking about the impact that we want to have on others in the world around us can act as a guide in these tough situations. They can help you make those tough decisions and can be a type of compass in your life. But it does take some introspection and some contemplation. So let's get started on the process so that you can feel more equipped and confident as you make your way through, I think, what sometimes can be a very messy but beautiful journey that we call life.